Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Marcus Mariota and the Green Bay Packers taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Roberts on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Orchestrating the offense will be their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native, Oregon Duck product. Of course, that's Marcus Mariota.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Rolling to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Mariota flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 7 catches, 127 yards, and a score. And that touchdown adds to his lead. He is the NFL leader as we roll through November. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Patriots, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago. But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard,
I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. Now Mariota. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now Jones. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A run first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, that's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Mariota now. He finds his man complete. That's Richards. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mariota. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Mariota.
That was a round run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mariota on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. To the air again. Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Roberts. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Boswell's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times at any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Jones complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, and now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Jones throw there complete to Myers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to, we'll step aside. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Off the play fake, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Roberts now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, 76 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New England's offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Myers. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Play fake. Mariota. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Mariota on 3rd and 2. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Now Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started down at Hard Rock.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Jones now throwing on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. This complete to Henry over the middle.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On first down, it's Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just
Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. You know, despite like the scoreline. I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing is Mariota, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mariota again. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 6.
Mariota to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Mariota's throw taken in by Adams. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now Jones. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Off play action. Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chris Barnes charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They hand this off to Harris. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to have the Packers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely, but the mark shows first down.
Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. To throw is Mariota. Flush to his right.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down. To throw Mariota. Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Jones to Henry.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
Jones. Pass complete to Harris.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
To throw is Jones. Pass complete. It's Madison.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. but they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And outbounds right around the 20.
71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again to Jones. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in 1st downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Jones on 1st and 10. On the right side, this is Miller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here now Roberts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you can go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it was a game they really needed as they dropped.